Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's PDH Deck Tech. I'm Joseph, and this week we are in Grixis, giving us the colors blue, black, and red. Our commander today is Dreadwing. Dreadwing is a 1/1 zombie for a single black mana that has the ability pay 1 blue red. Dreadwing gets +3/+0 and gains flying until end of turn. Now, a Dreadwing occupies an interesting place in this series because it's actually a 1 mana black creature, but that activated ability is what makes it a 3-color commander. Now, this commander is only a 1/1, but we can use its ability to make it a 4/1 with flying. In fact, we can activate this ability as many times as we can to pump our commander as big as we want. For that reason, we're going to be leaning into an aggro Voltron strategy. But we can't rely on one creature alone. Luckily, this commander is also a zombie, one of the best supported tribes in Magic. So we're going to be building an army and using powerful synergies to pressure our enemies before we swoop in with our commander to take them out. First off, our commander is going to be coming down and swinging early. It's a unique advantage of 1-mana commanders to be able to come down and start swinging before most players have creatures on the board. We're going to be taking advantage of this in multiple ways. First off, with ramp. Explorer's Scope is the perfect ramp equipment for an aggro-heavy deck, allowing us to pull any lands from the top of our library and put them onto the battlefield. Just as good is going to be Sticky Fingers, an enchantment that grants the attacker menace and will get us a treasure on contact. We also have some removal attached to combat, with Latula's Orders, meaning we can use every hit to remove an artifact, and Sigil of Sleep will allow us to bounce a creature. Once our opponents do have some blockers on board, we'll still need to get our commander through. Luckily, its resting stats are 1/1. That means we can make use of Goblin Smuggler and Thieves' Tools. With these, we can make our commander unblockable thanks to its low power. Then, after our opponents are unable to declare blockers, we can activate our commander's ability to make it hit like a truck. As we'll be swinging with our commander, we'll also be wanting to grow its power over time. Armory of Iroas and Eternal Thirst are staples for aggro decks in black, and this is no different. Anytime our commander swings, or an enemy creature dies, our commander will grow in power. Two other great pump effects can be found in Clutch of Undeath and Terrace Worm. Clutch of Undeath is a flexible enchantment that can either give a zombie +3/+3, or a non-zombie -3/-3. Terrace Worm is an excellent late-game boost, as we can use its Scavenge ability from the graveyard to put 6/+1 counters on one of our creatures. But once it becomes large, we can't use these smuggler effects anymore. Instead, we'll be keeping our commander unblockable using Aqueous Form and Security Bypass. In addition to making our commander unblockable, they'll also give us some excellent card selection. Now, despite all of this, we can't ignore that our commander is a 1/1 creature the majority of the time, and that activated ability is expensive and doesn't even boost its toughness. So we'll need an army of zombies to keep ourselves alive. Now when I say army, I do mean an army. We'll be generating these large zombie army tokens over time using several cards. Honor the Guardpharaoh is great to draw, while Callous Dismissal and Crushed Descent are excellent bounce and counter spells. We also have creatures with Amass, including Aven Eternal, Lazotep Reaver, and Invading Manticore. It will only take a few of these effects before our army becomes a force to be reckoned with. However, that's still only one creature token regardless of how large it may grow. So how about some more typical zombie tokens? Moan of the Unhallowed is a great spell that will get us 2 zombie tokens and has flashback. But we've got plenty of other options, such as Malfield Twins, Vow Rebirth, and Grixis Slave Driver. These will give us your standard 2/2 zombies. More recent cards introduce the Decay mechanic on cards such as Falcon Abomination, Diagraph Horde, and Hobbling Zombie. Other great zombies we'll be including in our deck include Fleshbag Marauder and Rot-Tide Gargantua, which have excellent effects for making our opponents sacrifice their creatures. Another favorite of mine is Servant of Timuret, which will basically extort our opponents whenever it untaps. That untap ability synergizes very well with its Regenerate effect, but it also pairs very well with Quicksilver Dagger, one of the best consistent draw effects in this deck. In fact, a lot of our favorite effects are tied to creatures, so we'll make sure to take advantage of them again and again with recursion. Ghoul Caller's Chant and Ghoul Razor can both give us 2 for 1, while Draugr Recruiter and Necromantic Thirst both give us repeatable options. However, for a late game blowout effect, you just can't do better than Infernal Caretaker, which we can use to return all of our zombies from the graveyard to the battlefield at once. Now, I've already outlined some powerful cards and combinations that this deck will have, but we've got more than just a loose collection of zombies. We're going to take advantage of these cards with some powerful synergies and blow our opponents out of the water. A Necromancer's motto is waste not, want not, so we'll be making use of our zombies every step of the way. We're going to start out the gate with Impact Tremors. All of those zombies and tokens entering the battlefield will give us plenty of triggers on this card, dealing 1 damage to each opponent. Once our zombies are on the field, we can use Distant Melody to draw a huge amount of cards, or Gem Palm Polluter to make our opponents lose a huge amount of life. Of course, our all-star is going to be Shepherd of Rot, which will drain everyone for all of the zombies we have in play. It does hit us too though, so remember, be careful. When swinging, we can use Crown of Fury to give all of our zombies +1/+0 and First Strike. But also, all of those zombies are going to be 2/2s, which means they're perfect for combining with Ray Bombardment, dealing extra damage to our opponents for each zombie we're swinging at them. And these zombie tokens are only 2/2s, and most of them have decayed, so there will be zombies dying. We're going to take advantage of that with Gavony Unhallowed and Silumgar Scavenger, which will quickly gain +1 counters. More importantly, we'll be using Hissing Iguanar and Vengeful Dead to damage our opponents whenever any creature we control dies. So, regardless of how our opponents react to our zombies, they'll be sure to take plenty of damage. And just in case that doesn't kill them, we can always use our Pumped Flying Commander to deliver a killing blow. Even if we can't fix our mana to pump our commander to lethal, we can make use of spells like Temur Battle Rage and Raking Claws to give our commander double strike and deliver that killing blow. And that's my Dreadwing deck. I've honestly never made a zombie tribal deck before, and I was interested to see all the powerful synergies the tribe had even in Pauper. I thought it was really neat finding blue and black cards that worked so well with this generally black tribe, and I think this will be a lot of fun. This deck is going to cost us about $19, the deck list is in the description. Please like and subscribe and come back next week when we discuss just how enchanting Jeskai can be.